What's up, Spikes? Welcome back to the Spike Feeders World Headquarters, where today we're playing some cEDH, and I'm speedrunning this intro. That's right. We're going to go as fast as we can. Today we got to thank GameGenic. They've got ingenious supplies for your ingenious suppliers. That's right. Head down to your LGS, and you can pick up deck boxes for your deck boxes, playmat sleeves, and everything else that you could ever possibly desire. And once you're done there, you can head on over to Burrito Splendido if you're in town and get yourself the most fresh, pressed, and freshly dressed burritos in the entire province that we've got. That's Burrito Splendido in Manitoba. Today, I am playing Kinnan Bonder Prodigy. That is a green-blue deck that focuses on flipping big Kinnan activations. I'm trying to get huge stuff off the top using some mana rocks to generate extra mana through Kinnan's ability. And hopefully, that will allow me to kill all my friends.
Hi,
Oh,
I'm Jim.
so much for the world record.
Today I'm playing Dihada. This is a deck that I've never played before, but I'm very, very excited to try it. This is a turbo deck. It's in Mardu colors. And the main idea is we're using Dihada to stock the yard to make for big Underworld Breach turns. It's a little bit unique in that it's really, really easy to get a ton of cards to the yard, which should make my Underworld Breach turns a little bit easier. It also plays Yawgmoth's Will, which I haven't cast in a long time, so I'm really hoping to cast that one today.
No, rest in peace. That's bad for Jim. Just for the people in the comments, Alex's intro in 5 breaths. I was counting. Hi, I'm Jan, and today I am playing Atraxa, Grand Unifier, and it is just sort of like a mid-range food chainy kind of deck. I want to play all the keywords. I gave it a shot, and then it got run over by a Civic, so I'm going to give it another shot. For those of you who haven't watched the video, don't or do. It was fun.
You
Good
should.
times. You should. And yeah, so I'm excited to give this another shot.
Thank you, Jan. Glad to be here. I'm Aaron, also known as Rakdos the Muscle. I'm playing a red-black, sacrifice my permanents, exile my own library to storm through it, and then exile my opponent's library, probably.
Okay.
Or attack them with a 6/5 Demon Mercenary. That's a nice creature type.
Does that have flying?
And trample. Has flample even.
Ooh,
That's crazy.
That's 2 less keywords than I have.
Pretty sure that's an outlaw type, isn't
This is
it?
a bad matchup.
I think so, yeah.
Jan's metagaming me.
Are you going to commit crimes?
Yes.
Well, Aaron, you know what isn't a crime? Cracking into our sidekick bros. Does anybody have any pregame effects?
Oh, I do, Alex. Thank you for asking. I have a Gemstone Caverns.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
It is so nice.
And you're second? It's pretty fortunate, actually.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I think I'm going to pitch this Flooded Strand. I'm not going to put the luck counter. We all know.
Yeah, you know, I know, everybody knows.
Yep.
Jan?
I will elect to pass. I'm going to play my Gemstone Cavern the way it's meant to be played on my turn.
Nothing from Aaron? Alrighty, we're going to start the game. We'll play a Tropical Island, tap that for blue, exile Elvish Spirit Guide to cast Kinnan Bonder Prodigy.
Turn 1 Commander.
Yeah, what's wrong with turn 1
I'm worried
commander?
about Jim's turn now.
It's not foreshadowing. Don't worry. Kill them?
No, not at all.
Oh.
This is a Chrome Mox.
Oh, boy.
And I'm going to exile this blue Transmute Artifact.
Okay.
Then I'm going to tap for 2 blue to cast Grim Monolith.
What the heck?
I don't think I want to play this game anymore.
Yeah, that's understandable, and I'll pass the turn.
I'll drop. I'm going to play the City of Brass as my land for turn. I will then cast an Esper Sentinel, which I wish
Trust me.
could have had in play.
Yep.
Then I think we're just going to cast this Lion's Eye Diamond.
Very nice.
Everybody be cool about it. I'll pass.
I'll draw.
I'm not cool about it.
I'm like also decidedly not cool about it. I'm going to play this Gemstone Cavern. No, that's... I'm going to feel doubly upset as Jim was for this Mystic Remora. And I'll go for it.
I'll draw.
And I'll say go.
Going fourth, eh?
Yep.
Tough. I have a Scalding Tarn going to 39. I want to find a Badlands off my Scalding Tarn. So
I don't
maybe
know.
nobody's surprised.
That seems like a pretty good land.
Listen, you let me worry about what's going on here, Alex. I'm going to cast the Chrome Mox. No effects that goes.
Draw.
Yeah. I'm exiling Party Thrasher.
Ooh.
Now, that's fine. It's exiled, so no one needs to know what Party Thrasher does.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to hide it.
Don't
over
even
here.
put it on the screen.
Yep.
No one needs to worry about that. I'm going to play another, maybe more suspect one. Black-red, Reckless Barbarian.
Oh.
That's a 2-mana 2/2. I can sack to add 2 red.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What a card.
He's a pretty cool guy.
I will pass turn.
All right. We're going to untap, upkeep, and draw. You know, Jan, it really hurt my feelings when you talked about how unlucky someone would be to have a gemstone caverns in their starting hand.
Oh yeah, I'm so unlucky.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do. That is how I sound, actually.
Comments, please mark down one moral victory for Jan.
Yeah.
As opposed to all those amoral victories. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think what we're gonna do then is tap 1, 5 for Wandering Archaic.
Oh,
Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, they may pay 2. If they don't, I may copy that spell, and I may choose new targets for that copy.
Yep.
And I'm going to pay 2 blue and a green for Manglehorn. When it enters the battlefield, I may destroy target Lion's Eye Diamond.
oh.
Joke's on you. I'm just gonna crack it.
Yeah, go for it.
Successfully destroyed.
Successfully destroyed. Artifacts my opponent's control entered the battlefield tapped.
Okay.
I will pass the turn.
Okay. I'll untap. Draw a card. Well, this hand is considerably worse with those 2 in play.
You're welcome.
Oh, this makes my treasures come into play tap.
Sure
This
does.
is the worst.
You're
Yeah, I
welcome.
Mount Doom. I'm just going to attack Alex now.
That seems sensible.
Dragon Rage Channeler.
Hey, there you go.
It doesn't. Okay. I think that's all I've got. I'm going to pass.
That's fair.
Birthday time.
I know. Is it going to be a happy birthday, or is it going to be one of those, like, on the news at 6 birthdays? I think we'll do happy today, because, I mean, everything's going to be tapped. Let's draw this card. I'm just going to pretend like I have stuff. I'm going to place Tapped Watery Grave. Nobody hit me. I have nothing going on.
You want a counter for his birthday?
Oh, sure.
There you go.
Happy birthday. Go ahead, Aaron.
Okay. Draw. I have a Coward of Souls naming Demon.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put a Rakdos on the stack.
I have no effects.
I'm good.
Great. Pass.
Okie dokie.
Remind me what Rakdos the Muscle does.
That's, you know what? That's reasonable. Not dejected at all. Rakdos the Muscle is a demon mercenary, flample, previously discussed. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, exile cards equal to the mana value from the top of target player's library until end of turn, or until your next end step. You may play those cards and use mana of any type to cast those spells. When you sacrifice another creature, Rakdos the Muscle gains indestructible until end of turn, activate only once each turn.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, not as a sorcery?
No. But I'm no other guys. It's fine. I'll pass.
All right, I've untapped, so I'm going to draw. I'll play a Scalding Tarn and tap, crack it. We'll find this breeding pool, but I'm going to have it enter tapped.
Coward.
I really am. Deep down. We're going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4 to untap our Grim Monolith.
Block.
Sorry?
Just, man can dream.
Oh, okay. I'm actually going to make Jan block 4.
Block.
Okay, sounds good. And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. I'll untap. Draw a card. I'll play this Blood Crypt untapped, taking 2. And this is going to hurt a little bit. I will take an additional 2 off the Mount Doom in the City of Brass, going to 36.
Free fall.
Cast Dihada. I cannot pay. You can draw.
Oh, non-creature, right?
Yeah, and I also have a non-creature Surveil trigger. I'm going to put that in the graveyard. It's a Goblin Welder. Dihada on the stack.
No thanks.
That's good. I will -3 Dihada to 2 to look at the top 4 cards of my library. I can put any number of legendaries from among them into my hand. And the rest of my graveyard, for each one I put in the graveyard, I make a treasure. I'm going to put Magda Brazen Outlaw into my hand, and Scheming Symmetry, Beseech the Mirror, and Goblin Engineer into my graveyard.
Seems good.
So I'll make 3 tapped treasures. Tapped. Dihada currently at 2 loyalty. I don't have Delirium online, so I don't have to attack with the DRC, and I will pass.
Yay. I'm going to untap. I'm not paying for the birthday. The rates on rentals for birthday houses are insane these days. I'm going to play this City of Brass. Probably get roasted in the comments for doing this, but...
Don't worry about it.
What's new?
Well, I've got nothing productive to play, so I'm going to go to discard, because I have 8 cards in my hand, and I'm playing around this Manglehorn and discarding this Mana Vault.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be kind of bad.
I'm going to pass to you.
My vault sucks.
Yeah.
Especially when it costs you 2 and comes into play tapped.
Unlucky.
And then doesn't untap.
Draw a
Just do
card.
one.
Oh, Manglehorn. The Wandering sucks. I'm gonna play a Spy Master's Vault,
Okay.
and there's untapped because I control Swamp. Let's be connive, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Some stuff going on. I'm not a big fan of any of this.
Yeah.
I'm going to Spymaster's Vault Chromics for a Demonic Tutor triggering Wandering Archaic.
And S%.
Listen, more about this one first.
Okay.
Well, actually, you have to worry about that one first.
Yes.
You're not a judge.
He's right.
I'm going to float 2,
Yeah.
not pay for S%. No.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
we'll draw a card.
Yeah. I would like to pay for Wandering Archaic.
Oh, you already floated the mana.
So
good.
that trigger, so now Demonic Tutor on the stack.
Yeah, Demonic Tutor's on the stack.
I'm going to take one and I'm going to flash in opposition agent.
We're on the same side here, Jan.
Well,
Of the
Guess
table,
not.
yes.
we're 35 for Jan.
Yeah.
I did a thing.
You looked at my hand, right?
Oh, do I?
Yeah. So.
You get to look at his sideboard too.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to exile this card
Yeah, super happy about it.
that nobody knows about,
That's great.
except for me.
I'm happy for you.
I'm happy for me too.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
I really want to attack you, but it doesn't actually matter.
You're lucky you didn't bring your house with you,
I know.
Yeah.
because Aaron would be
Aaron
burning
would
it
burn
I
down.
already burned that one down. You have a summer house?
Got a cabin?
In this economy?
That's going to be one of my favorite threats. I'm going to burn down your summer house.
What pass?
Okie dokie. We're going to untap, upkeep,
Wouldn't
and
even
draw.
know for like 8 months.
We'll play Ancient Tomb as our land for turn. We'll tap 6, including 2 blue. Taking 2 to cast Consecrated Sphinx. Consecrated Sphinx reads, whenever an opponent draws a card, I may draw 2 cards.
Sure does.
That is what those words mean. And then we will send Wandering Archaic Dihada.
I'll block with S%.
Sounds good. Best turn.
Okay. I'll untap. Draw a card.
Draw 2 cards.
I am going to cast this Mox Diamond, pitching this Marsh Flats. If it resolves, it will enter tapped.
Dragon Channel.
Ah, yes, I will surveil. That's pretty good. To the graveyard. City of Traders. I'm going to tap 2 and cast Magda.
That's 1 Brazen Outlaw.
Is 1 Brazen Outlaw. Then I'm going to +2 Dihada to target Magda. This gives it Vigilance, Lifelink, and Indestructible until end of turn. And then I'm going to have to attack with the Dragon Rage Channeler because Delirium is now online.
It has to Jan here, I guess.
Yep. Jan. 3. Yep. 32. And then I'll pass.
We're going to untap and hope for something good.
I'm going to draw 2.
Draw 2. We're just going to do interesting things.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to reveal my face down card that is exiled from Aaron's library. It is a Polluted Delta.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
You would.
I'm going to crack this Polluted Delta. Put it in Aaron's graveyard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get this scrub land. So we're going to tap 2, take 1 off City Brass, go to 30. Just killing myself. Tapped Talisman of Unity. 2 more for a tapped Arcane Signet. And then I will pass to Aaron.
Not that.
Draw.
Draw.
Crystal Vein. 3. I'm going to cast it Into the Pit.
What does that do? Yeah, what is Into the Pit?
It's an enchantment. I may look at the top card of my library at any time. I may cast spells at the top of my library by sacrificing non-land permanent in addition to paying their mana costs.
Oh,
Okay.
neat.
Pass.
Sounds good. We're going to untap, upkeep, and draw. All right, here we go. We got Grim Monolith for 4 colorless, which we're going to use 3 of, for Basalt Monolith.
1 floating?
1 floating. Basalt Monolith on the stack.
I got nothing.
No vex.
Pass.
Pass. All right. We're going to play Bark Channel Pathway as our land for turn. I would like to add 4 mana to my mana pool.
4 colorless?
4 colorless.
So you're going to go up to 5 total?
And then I'd use 3 of it to untap it.
Okay.
I'd like to represent a loop to
color.
have a Spike Tillion Tree 3 colorless mana.
You got it.
And a untapped Basalt Monolith and an untapped Grim Monolith.
Okay.
From there, I'm going to add 2 blue and 2 green to my mana pool.
2 blue, 2 green.
I'm going to activate Kinnan, retain priority, and activate Kinnan. So
So
now I
we'll
have
go down to nothing, no colored mana.
no
floating.
colored mana and 10 less than Tree 3 Spike.
Right. And
Infinity.
2 Kinnan activations on the stack.
2 Kinnan activations. Kinnan
Okay.
activation number 1.
I'll pass priority on the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. Kinnan activation number 1 is going to find us Polywog Prodigy.
Okay.
Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell with mana value less than Polywog Prodigy's power, draw a card. Put those back on the bottom in a random order. Kinnan activation number 2 finds Thorn Mammoth. Whenever it or another creature enters the battlefield under my control, it fights up to one target creature I don't control. I'm going to have that be opposition agent this time around.
Okay. So 3 damage marked on Thorn Mammoth.
I'm going to use 2 of my incredibly large amounts of floating colorless mana to cast Fellwar Stone. I'm going to tap Fellwar Stone, floating 1 green,
Floating a green.
to cast Crop Rotation. As an additional cost to cast that, I'm going to sacrifice Gemstone Caverns.
I got nothing for crop rotation.
Yep.
Off of Crop Rotation, I'll grab a Gaia's Cradle, put that onto the battlefield. I'll use my floating green to cast Llanowar Elves.
Trigger Thorn Mammoth.
Trigger Thorn Mammoth. I will have my Thorn Mammoth fight Magda.
Indestructible.
Then in that case, I will fight nothing. And like it. It is up to 1 target creature. So I will target none creatures left beef. It looks like I also missed an Evolve trigger on Polywog Prodigy earlier, so I'll go ahead and put a 1/1 counter on him from Thorn Mammoth. I'll then tap Gaia's Cradle to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green mana to my mana pool. So with 7 green floating, I'll also float a blue, and then have 6 green left over to activate Kinnan Bonded Prodigy.
Just 6 green floating.
Just 6 green floating.
You got it.
Well, and
The million.
And a million on colorless. Yeah.
an arbitrarily large amount of that. Off of that, Kinnan, we're going to find Spellskite. That, I think, is going to be pretty close to the end of me this turn. I'm actually going to sneak in for 4 damage against Jan.
Jan.
Yeah.
26.
Untap. Draw a card.
Draw 2 cards.
Well, I think I just have to go for it.
That is what we say around here.
I would like to tap for a white and cast Enlighten Tutor.
Would you like to pay 2?
I think not.
All right. Mine will resolve.
Yours was you're out.
All right. I'm going to find Mirage Mirror and put that on top.
Okay, and then I've got a Surveil trigger. So I'll look at the top card. Ooh, it's an interesting one. It's going to go to the graveyard ad nauseum. Then I'm going to resolve my Enlightened Tutor. I'm going to put Underworld Breach on top, resolving the Enlightened Tutor.
Danger.
Well,
Yeah.
He's got to draw.
Then
All of us, even yours. All
Yeah,
bad.
that's fine. Don't worry about that.
I would like to -3 Dihada to look at the top 4. I'm going to put all 4 into the graveyard. Underworld Breach, Swords to Plowshares, Flicker, and Animate Dead. And I'll make 4 tapped treasures.
So I just noticed that I definitely missed a trigger, and this is probably why Miss Trigger Policy exists. I was supposed to draw a card in response to Enlighten Tutor, but since I've already tutored, it would be horrifically unfair for us to put that on this.
Oh yeah, that's a game loss.
Yeah, thank you.
Be more careful next time.
I will be
next
more
time.
careful.
And I'll register you in the event and then DQ you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, I now have 7 mana available.
Correct.
I'm going to take 2 and
very
cast Savin's Reclamation targeting Underworld Breach.
All right.
Trigger Archaic. I'm not going to pay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and target Gemstone Caverns with my copy.
Okay, yours resolves. Then similarly, I've got a Dragon Rage Channeler trigger, so I'm going to Surveil. Put a Verdant Catacombs in the graveyard. My Savin's Reclamation on the stack.
No effects.
Okay.
Good.
Savin's.
Yep.
Okay, I have an Underworld Breach. I'm going to spend 1 treasure to cast Swords to Plowshares targeting Polywog Prodigy. Exiling 3 lands.
Polywog Prodigy trigger. Draw
Go
a
for
card.
it. Yep.
I have a copy of Swords to Plowshares, you said?
Yes.
Okay. I will target Magda.
Okay, Magda down.
You know what activate response?
No.
Okay. No activation and response. You
No
gain
activation response.
2 life.
I will gain 2 life, going to 36.
Your sword's on the stack.
I have a Surveil trigger.
Oh, sorry. Surveil trigger, please.
Okay. Smothering Tithe to the graveyard.
Cool.
My sword's on the stack.
Your sword's on the stack. I'll pay the 2 life to retarget to Spellskite.
That resolves. You gain 0 life.
Good day, sir.
So I'm going to exile Scheming Symmetry, Goblin Welder, and Esper Sentinel to pay 1 white and cast Swords to Plowshares targeting Polywog Prodigy.
Polywog Prodigy trigger, Archaic trigger.
Go for it.
Archaic trigger first. We are going to hit Dragon Rage Channeler.
Okay. This one's down. I gain 3, going to 39. Surveil trigger.
Actually, Polywog Prodigy draw trigger.
Yep, go for it. Surveil Trigger, Dothy Voidwalker to the graveyard.
All right, I'll gain 2.
Okay. Okay. Swords resolves. I would then like to cast Lion's Eye Diamond by exiling Beseech the Mirror, Ad Nauseam, and Enlightened Tutor. LED resolves. Comes in tapped. Okay, I'm going to sack the Lion's Eye Diamond to make 3 white, pitching Mana Vault, Rite of Flame, Yawgmoth's Will to the graveyard.
Oh, young Maxwell, you were excited to cast that.
I was excited
Still
to cast
never gonna
that.
cast it.
I will spend 1 of my white to cast Swords to Plowshares, targeting Manglehorn.
Would you like to pay 2?
No.
I will target Rakdos.
Okay.
Aaron, you
I think
go
it got eventually.
Aaron gains 6.
6?
Yeah,
Ooh, Aaron up to 45. What are we going to do with that?
I'm going to go to 39.
Alex is 39.
Alex goes to 39. Swords resolves.
3 cards over
Yes,
there.
we'll do the ones that I just pitched. The Mana Vault, Rite of Flame, Yawgmoth's Will. So I've got 2
white floating.
2 white floating. I will exile another 3 cards. Smothering Tithe, Goblin Engineer, Dothy Voidwalker. I would like to cast Flicker, targeting Dihada.
No fix.
Good.
Okay, so I'd like to present a little bit of a loop. I'm going to talk through the first iteration here of what I'm about to do, and then we'll start looping, provided there's no effects intervening. So the Flicker is going to flicker Dihada. It will leave play, come back into the battlefield with 5 loyalty counters. Okay. The Wandering Archaic I will pay for.
You'll pay for the Wandering Archaic. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so we'll flicker Dihada. Flicker Dihada. It comes back into play with 5 loyalty counters.
Yep.
I will then minus 3 on Dihada to mill 4 cards. I'll look at them. It's going to be Burnt Offering, Bolas' Citadel, Dark Ritual, Professional Facebreaker.
Okay.
All 4 to the graveyard.
Make 4 treasures.
Make 4 treasures.
Untapped treasures.
4 untapped treasures. Then I'm going to cast Lion's Eye Diamond by exiling Dragon Rage Channeler, Professional Facebreaker, Dark Ritual. And then sacrifice it to add 3 white.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to spend 1 of my white mana to cast Swords to Plowshares, exiling Bolas' Citadel, Burnt Offering, Animate Dead. So Swords to Plowshares targeting Wandering Archaic, I will not pay for it.
You're not going to pay the 2?
Yep.
Well, I will reveal Force of Negation from my hand.
Okay.
And then also the fact that I have no blue cards.
Oh, okay. Very good.
And I'll go to 43.
43. Then I'm going to spend 2 floating, exiling Swords to Plowshares, Savins, and Lion's Eye Diamond to cast Flicker targeting Dihada. So the Flicker resolves, comes back in with 5.
Yep.
I'm going to activate Dihada's -3 ability to mill 4 cards, make 4 treasures, going up to 8 treasures total. So I'm just going to keep doing that in chunks of 4. We'll come back and I'll tell you how many treasures I've got. We're back. I've got a significant chunk of my graveyard. Well, it used to be my library. Now it's my graveyard. Then it went to exile. This is what is left in my graveyard. The important one is going to be Praetor's Grasp, which I'm going to use 3 of my 36 treasures to cast. Jan, let me see your deck.
I will begrudgingly hand you over this deck.
So I'm going to grab this card out of Jan's library. I'm then going to spend 2 treasures to make 2 blue, going down to 31 mana floating to cast Thassa's Oracle.
Ah.
It's your devotion to blue.
2.
Storm count.
Many. Actually, it's not that high.
How many crimes have you committed this
Well,
year?
it's fairly high, yeah.
I'd say it's in the 20s.
It's in like the 20s for sure, yeah.
I don't think.
Thorkel.
Yeah.
Thorkel.
The One Ring.
Oh,
Very, very good.
That's good.
Thorkel.
I still have no blue cards.
So
good game.
that's going to be a wrap.
Yeah.
This deck is complicated, and I kind of love it very, very much, I think.
Yeah.
You earned your burrito today.
You did.
Jim.
Yeah.
So I do think I have the TSN turning point of this game right here.
Is it Manglehorn?
No, actually, it wasn't Manglehorn. It was the 3rd activation of Kinnan.
Yeah,
It gave me 2 options.
yeah.
Spellskite, like we saw, or Endurance.
What was his graveyard? What was his graveyard at the time?
His graveyard was pretty thick at the time.
Much many, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I don't think he would have been able to go off.
I doubt it. Graveyard is extremely, extremely important in this
I
deck.
think specifically, I'm not sure if you necessarily would have caught everything, but you specifically would have gotten, I think, the Source Puncture.
Exactly.
Which ended up being very important.
Yeah, it was super important. I
fight
cast
through all
that
the
card
stack
like
spaces.
6 times.
And so don't get me wrong, I didn't track 100% whether that would have prevented you, but it would have at least given me a better chance than Spellskite did.
There might have even been other lines that I could have taken. I know for a fact, once I got the Spellskite out, the other thing that I could have done, if I got the Spellskite out of the way before I lost Magda, then I could have sacrificed 5 treasures to get Hoarding Broodlord for Saw in Half to get my Saw in Half Dualcaster Mage combo online, which is kind of cool.
And in case anybody's wondering why I tutored for Mirage Mirror instead of a blue card for Pact of Negation, I drew Pact of Negation after. Yeah. So,
I would have loved you to have interaction there.
Me too.
Because my only interaction at that point was Pact of Negation. And it would have stopped Jim.
You couldn't pay for it?
I could have paid for it, but I'm just paying for it, and then Alex.
You're just king making at that point.
And
We could also Praetor's Grasp to like win again.
Yeah, exactly.
well, like, at the point where it was important.
Oh,
Yeah, this is it's a weird deck. It wins with like flicker stuff. It wins with animate dead loops.
Yep.
It wins with I don't know. It's got a lot of really cool stuff in it. I'm very excited.
I like a lot of like red black X combo decks.
Yeah.
In this format. I'm not sure if I cut, but I was gonna demonic tutor for Fury.
Yeah, for the modern
because I was
deck.
gonna exile the Breach to Fury and then start going with Rakdos because you want to like exile your own library to try to churn through it to storm off.
Right.
And then it didn't.
Yeah.
And my hand was Underworld Breach, the Wondering, which came to play tapped. I forget. And then the Consecrated Sphinx. I was along for the ride.
I mean, it got you protection, I guess.
It would be protection. Protection against Dazzle's Oracle.
Yeah, no, I had a pretty good rollout in terms of this deck, so I don't know that it gets
It was
much
a
better.
very good.
Yeah, I don't know that it gets much better. Any case, folks, we just want to say thanks so much for watching this episode. We also want to thank our sponsors. That's GameGenic, Ingenious Supplies. They give you everything, but especially the newly A+ rated by Tolarian Community College Sidekick Pro. It's super great. It's got even Jim. You want to pull out the little dice tray that's in there?
Yeah, it's nice. If you
side
grab
of
things
things,
here, yeah.
You take that off and you swoop this
It's this
side
thing.
down.
It's this thing, right?
And best part, folks, big dice.
Big dice, exactly.
Big dice.
Very, very cool.
Very, very cool. Very, very good. We definitely didn't coordinate on that, but it's great that it worked out. We also want to thank Burrito Splendido because I can smell the guac upstairs and it's calling my name. It's not pronouncing it right, but it is calling my name. We also just want to thank all of our patrons. You're going to see them scrolling below us, scrolling to the sides of us. Those are the folks that help keep the lights on around here. And we just want to say thank you so much to each and every one of them. Without their underpinning and support, we wouldn't be able to bring you nearly as much content as we do. So if you want to keep seeing more of this, head on down to Spike Feeders at patreon.com. We also just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for watching. We hope you have a wonderful day. Subscribe already!